Well, so Rowan drops her axe and she runs over and she gives Temper a hug and says, I thought you were dead.
Is that so?
Yes, obviously.
Well, I suppose you wouldn't know since you weren't there.
She steps away, kind of looks down. And then she says, Jarlaxle didn't kill you? Like a question.
I'm here, aren't I? I think that answers your question.
What happened? What happened to you?
Let's just say I've been a guest of his these last few years.
A guest?
In a manner of speaking.
Why didn't you come back?
Not as easy as you might think.
Did he trap you?
He made it clear that my best option was to stay close. Besides, after everything that went down, I didn't feel like I had much left to come back to, so why not have a fresh new start?
Rowan's gonna go, but you had us, you had Bonnie. That doesn't make any sense.
Last I heard, Bonnie's not here.
No, but she was here.
Who's to say? But that's all in the past now, and we are here in the present, and what I came and told you all is just as true as it was when I looked differently telling you it.
Why didn't you reveal yourself on the spot? Why have the guys...
Because my goals were not in line with anything else other than telling you what I told you. I'm not here for a reunion. I'm not here for any of this. Just kind of gesturing to the room. I'm here to stop something that I think is going to happen that will greatly affect the lives of everyone in this city.
Are you going to tell us what that is? Or is that going to be another secret?
I've told you all that I know. I've not kept any other secrets from you.
He hasn't kept any bit of secret from Kelvin anyway. I was the only person in both rooms, and you didn't tell the Blackstaff the whole story.
True.
You told part of the story to the Blackstaff and part of the story to
The open.
Silverhand.
Well, Rowan was there for both of those.
No, she wasn't.
Oh, that's right.
Me.
He was running interference. I forgot. That's right.
Well, after listening to you talk, Rowan's gonna kind of fold her arms and like frown, and she's gonna say, I need some air, and she's gonna walk out.
No, I'm staying right beside him.
Where did Sangfroid go?
It's me, Crit. I'm Sangfroid. I spoke to you earlier today about how my appearance was not all that it seemed. This is what I meant. So now you know.
You don't look like you needed any protection.
Well, it's hard to say whether or not I did, but I didn't want to take any chances. And those boat rides get fairly domestic without any companions around to speak with.
Well, all the same then. Makes no difference to me.
I knew I hired you well. Now, if it's fine with everyone else left in the room, I've had a bit of an eventful evening. I think I'm going to go and get my rest for our early start tomorrow.
I asked you before and you didn't answer. Did you get what you were looking for by nearly killing your friend?
I got the answer. Wasn't quite as good of an answer as I had hoped to get, but it'll do.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
I suppose you shall. And before he takes one step and then stops and kind of looks back over his shoulder. Do note that earlier I was trying to heal your wounds. But if you point that thing again at me, gesturing towards your finger, you will get none of that in the future. And he'll walk out.
Or he's going to look down at Brett and just stare expectantly.
What are you doing tonight?
Can I help
Do you
you?
know about any of this?
Sorry, could you repeat that? It cut out.
About any of this?
It matters not to me.
That's fair. I heard a bit of a conversation between the two of you that he was out of money to pay you. If that is a concern of yours, I'm more than happy to pay for your services.
I'll gladly take your coin. That's not a problem.
We'll discuss it tomorrow then. I will leave.
About what time is it?
I got a message saying that the audio is cutting in and out on Twitch.
It kind of is. Like, I get it a little bit on my end, too.
Kemper has turned cold.
His flame's gone out.
I thought his hair was made of fire.
Now it's
So what do you
blue and it's all
It's
slick
not so
back.
much made of fire as it has fire-like qualities to it. But you will have noticed when you actually saw him that kind of fire in his eyes and that kind of you know uh, inner flame is definitely
Okay.
a smoldering cinder at this point compared to what you remember.
All right. See if that audio is working better for them. I just upped the individual audio sources for you guys, and I fixed up a setting with my audio. So my audio should be coming through 1,000 times more clear, and everyone else's should be a little bit better.
We're good.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad I have to change it a little bit between groups because with Barf Squad, Jenny is she projects a lot. She has a great stage voice. Because of that, though, I have to turn down the sensitivities. Otherwise, it'll spike into the red.
Right.
So where you guys are a bit more soft-spoken and hushed in your tones, which is more fitting for your campaign, your characters.
Yeah.
Whereas Soul is very much more louder and blunt. So, and Jenny is
Just
very good at captivating that.
I got the blood part, not so much the loud part.
So,
Great. For the evening, if we haven't eaten yet, I would go downstairs and try to figure out meals.
It is whatever you want for nothing.
I get all my kicks for free.
get all your kicks for free. So you just immediately go
Well,
down
you're
to
a monk. You're a monk. We don't have anything to do with your kicks.
Gotcha. So you head on down to the tavern portion of Troll Skull Manor, and as soon as you sit down, a ghostly hand brings you a small plate of just some chips, for you to just initially enjoy as the place is relatively full. Definitely booming. You can see a lot of persons here in all sorts of costume and makeup coming from Fleet's Wake. There's a brine smell to the air that just wafts in with each group that comes in and out. But you're brought a little bit of just initial portions of food to enjoy as you have to. You get the feeling you're gonna have a longer wait for your main course. Ori and Rowan and Temper, where are you all heading to?
Rowan went to go for a ride on Snaggletooth.
All right.
Temper went back to his room given to him by Calvin to mend the giant bullet hole that's now pierced his armor.
Gotcha. Okay, so you actually are end up heading up upstairs after leaving and going back to your quarters. And then, of course, you hop upon the back of your mighty steed, your companion, and find yourself hovering above Waterdeep, seeing Mount Waterdeep and the entire city in a golden, orangey haze as the sun begins to set across the far lands, and you can see the city shine. A look and a sight that you have never gotten used to, and you never want to. So let's now turn to Calvin. Calvin, you have in shock, just in disbelief, have turned and left another room before anyone else, maybe hearing some of the distant conversations that happen afterwards through the door, paying them mind or not on your own aspects. But what are you doing?
Calvin actually retreats. If the fight happened in his study, then he'd be retreating to his bedroom.
So you'd also
and
be
on the way
upstairs.
he would be. Yes, he would have grabbed one of what is traditionally a fairly decorative decanter of something expensive that he keeps around for social pours when he's entertaining people of import up here. And he's taking it to his room. He just takes the top off the decanter, just leaves it fall into the floor. He goes out and he reaches into a secret compartment in his bedroom where he pulls out his case notes. that he came up with from after the initial incident, when he was spending the next couple of weeks searching to see what information he could find about Temper's, where Jorlaxel went, where's Temper's body. Trying to pour back over the notes again and see what the fuck he missed.
Gotcha.
And drinking heavily.
Gotcha. So as you pour heavy-handed glasses in your room upon whatever desk in bed, you have all these papers kind of spread out as you are using new sheets to kind of take notes in between them of what you must have missed in between the two. If you will give me an investigation roll.
Yes, let me see if I have any bonuses currently. I don't think so. I think it's just speed at which I can do the investigation is high.
Go ahead.
Give me 1 second.
And Ori, are you heading back to your homestead?
Yeah, I have a small thing I'm going to do.
Okay. Absolutely.
All right. That will be as bad as I can do, which is a 24.
24. All right. The only thing that you can think of is that the aspect that you may have quote unquote missed is the fact that there just never was a body. In that regard, which is not an aspect you disregarded, but maybe you just didn't weigh in as much. With the amount of volumes of blood that you saw there, it gave you the belief that it should have been enough that if any one person had bled it, that they would have died. Which maybe gets you thinking, maybe more than one person bled that blood. Maybe it was a feigned incident. With some reality to it. You have in your notes the fact that there was trails of blood, like it spurts at certain points where you could, looking over it over and over and over again, could determine these were aspects where someone was struck by a blow on impact, caused injury and wound that trickled. And then eventually leading to the mass pool at the base of the stairs, going at the base of the vault. But the only thing you can as you look through all the notes you can imagine is, because no body was found, the body had to be taken. But if the body was never dead, or if the body was